Good afternoon, you're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. I'm Cyrilla Fonseca. Before we head into our stories, first we'll take a look at headlines.
President graces Pakistan Republic Day celebration. Arrested at BIA with 13 million rupees worth of gold. 2 dead from poisonous gas leak at a factory in Dambulla. World Meteorological Day marked today.
The 62nd Republic Day celebration of Pakistan took place in Islamabad today. The chief guest at the event was President Maithripala Sirisena.
The Republic Day celebrations began at approximately 8:30 a.m. local time. Pakistan became a republic in 1956 on a day like today. Further strengthening bilateral relations between Sri Lanka and Pakistan, President Maithripala Sirisena attended the celebrations as the chief guest and in the process became the first Sri Lankan state leader to attend such a celebrations. Military personnel from Turkey, Jordan and UAE also took part in the military parade that took place today. Pakistani President Mamoon Hussain, who addressed the gathering, thanked President Sirisena for attending the event.
The Court of Appeal today decided to call up the revision bail application filed on behalf of the owner of Perpetual Treasuries Limited, Arjuna Aloysius, and its CEO, Kasum Palisena, on the 29th.
The decision was made by Justice Hiran Gunaratna. Both Arjuna Aloysius and Kasum Palisena are in remand custody over the central bank treasury bond scam.
2 employees of a spices production factory died after inhaling a poisonous gas. Police said the leak has occurred last night and the 2 employees of the factory were found unconscious following the incident. Our correspondent said the victims were admitted to the Dambulla Base Hospital but had passed away upon admission. The victims are residents of Dambulla, aged 19 and 30 years. The factory in question has been temporarily closed down. 5 people were arrested for the possession of dangerous drugs in a house and a communications center in Valigama. The arrest was made following a special operation carried out by the Kotabala police. The suspects are all residents from Valigama. The raid was carried out following a tip-off given to the Coast Guard in the area several days ago.
This is a painkiller. However, it is used as a drug. The main issue at present is these drugs are sold near schools. Another one is used for abortions and it is not registered in Sri Lanka. As these drugs are not registered, one cannot possess them in Sri Lanka. This is operating like a mafia.
The drugs seized are valued at over 1.5 million. A stock of drugs were discovered in a van in the Naguilluwa area. The drugs were discovered by the Mundalama police based on a tip-off received. The haul of 2 kilograms were nabbed while it was being transported from Naguilluwa to Negombo. 3 residents of Negombo were also arrested by the police. The Police Special Task Force has launched an operation to arrest 6 targeted underworld leaders. A senior officer speaking on the condition of anonymity said several special teams have been dispatched to a number of areas in and around Colombo.
The Police Special Task Force has focused on underworld leaders who are controlling operations here while in hiding overseas. 8 people have been killed as a result of underworld criminal activity so far this year. Investigations have revealed the deaths are a result of a conflict between 3 underworld gangs.
The World Meteorological Day is celebrated annually on the 23rd of March. This year, the theme of the day-long observances is Weather Ready, Climate Smart.
The Department of Meteorology says a change in the prevailing dry weather can be expected from 25th March, particularly in the eastern parts of the island. It forecasts mainly fair weather will prevail over most parts of the island. However, showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in Ratnapura, Kalutara, Gaul and Mathura district after 2 p.m. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamuwa and central provinces during the morning.
A suspect was arrested at the Katnaki International Airport along with a cache of gold worth around 13 million rupees.
Our correspondent said the suspect had flown in from Singapore and the gold was discovered when his luggage was subject to a search. The gold had been concealed in a manner to avoid suspicion and detection. Gold weighing 2.36 kilograms were discovered from the suspect's luggage.
A passenger who flew to Sri Lanka from Singapore aboard an Emirates flight at 3 this morning was arrested for the possession of gold worth 13 million rupees. Further investigations are underway. The suspect, a professional engineer, is a resident from Batiklo. He was searched and later arrested due to his suspicious behavior.
The suspect is a 32-year-old and is being investigated.